I want to launch a lawsuit against the US government for the corruption. The best way to keep a scam going is by making it so complicated people can't understand it unless they've learned and are able to follow along. But even then, it can be so abstract that not even the experts question it, especially since they have an edge in the scam, so they could easily stand to benefit from it. Well, that's what our financial system is, a Ponzi scheme where the ones on top and whoever they choose get to reap the rewards simply for being owners and understanding the scam well enough to cash in. An example of this is during the housing bubble, banks were making bank and one investor called out their scam. As the bubble was about to burst, he bet against them and made $700 million. He didn't invent anything or work to benefit society. He just understood the financial system well enough to know how to make millions. And sadly, many investors make their fortunes manipulating the system in truly terrible but white-collar ways. Their crimes aren't obvious, but the consequences ripple out into society, creating financial hardships for workers, communities, pensioners, and other countries. And now we are seeing a repeat, only this time the banks have been more discreet. The whole arrangement is complicated, but to make it short, when all the money was printed during the first Trump presidency and during Biden's presidency, the bank secured an arrangement that amounted to a bailout doled out over years, preventing inflation from getting really out of hand, but inflation will come in the following years. And this inflation won't come from the aftermath of COVID or Trump's terrorists, but from the banks being handed this cash that they can put to work to enrich themselves, while the workers and consumers see their cash lose value. The banks, the central banks, and the IMF and World Bank make up the true empire of Earth. The US is just a muscle, the enforcer of this corrupt banking empire that sabotages society to keep the money flowing up to them and the owner class. The longer we allow this corruption to continue, the more we will be at their mercy, which they have shown not to have any. Please subscribe to the channel to support this organization so we can sue the US government and start working to wean off our dependency on banks and a system that is so obsessed with money that human rights, lives, and dignity are sold in so many ways.